Nothing like a frothy vase of arugula juice.
Cashews, maca, a little bit of Greek yogurt, cacao, vitamins, supplements.
Steroids. Hair. Leonard doesn't eat no goddamn greens. Good morning. Scott here at the Noise Castle. Just waking up, got a nice response from last week's video. Things to try. Like my friend Eric from college suggested that I do a music video starring my pets, involving whatever the patch was from that day. I got another suggestion to eat habaneros, so thanks, John. Big old Yukon Gold potato. It took 2 poops today. So today I'm thinking I'm gonna walk to the supermarket, take you folks with me, and just ramble to myself on the streets of Los Angeles like a fucking insane person, you know? It's a casual, balmy 85 degrees out here in November. Ideas, ideas, ideas. What do we want to do today with the switches and the multiplexers? Last week's just wasn't that clever. Maybe useful, but I don't know. I want something that thinks a little bit harder. Maybe something that triggers automatically from like drum samples. Wow. That's ridiculous, Danny Richmond. The kick triggering chord changes, the other elements, your hi-hat or whatever percussion going on, triggering some melodic movement of some kind. So I'm not a hipster enough to be on Amoeba's What's in Your Bag, but I can show you what's in my box here. I got, greens, celery, avocado, and some steroids. Why do you need roids, you ask? Roll it. That's right. I'm just gonna make a statement here that I have the highest Wilks score of any multi-platinum producer. Yeah, I don't see Jack Antonoff ripping fucking massive deadlifts off the floor. I don't see Dre literally breaking his fucking spine, levitating 500 pounds. I don't see Steve Albini getting fucking yoked. Yeah, side note, that's actually a shellac shirt that I'm looking like a fucking literal jack-o'-lantern in. So I'd like to thank Steve Albini for his quality fabrics. Thank you, Steve Albini. So as I make my breakfast, my garbanzo beans and eggs yet again. So I've kind of written this patch on a piece of trash here. Audio separates into a low trigger and a high trigger, like maybe the kick drum and anything above that. That's not too hard to do. And then it triggers a random scale degree, goes into a secondary dominant diatonic sequence, and then out of that comes a low note. The high trigger goes to an LFO shape, which combines with this pitch set in order to create melodies. Let's see how well that works. We got the triggering working. This is a drum loop. Lovely. Audio goes in through these filters. This is a low pass filter on top. You can see the kick triggering that little green light there. And then the snare is going through this filter, gets high passed. You can see that green light. That's the snare being triggered. Second part of this process, that's a habanero. Let's see where this goes. This is a viewer suggestion from my friend. Oh, this is a bad idea. Okay, the first habanero is worn off, and I've got it doing this. Here it's going into this threshold. That's basically just to clean up the signal that's coming from that kick drum. The LFO is feeding into the sample and hold, and that's going through this quantizer that's playing these 3 notes in a C major chord. So now another little habanero, just to keep things cruising along. And I'm gonna try to actually take that and program some melodies over it so you can actually hear what's going on, and it gets more musical. What an asshole. That was me. I'm the asshole here, clearly. Want to be a big YouTube star. I never really get used to it. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Bring it. Okay, this is getting kind of gnarly. These are the diatonic sets. You see C, E, G, D, F, A. All of those are going into this switch over here. Sample and hold here is picking up what's happening at that LFO, which is actually feeding all of these. And it's telling it via the flip-flop to go to a different one every 2 bass kick drum hits. Okay, kind of getting somewhere. Here's what it sounds like so far. Snare is triggering serum, and the kick is triggering contact. Both are adjusting to the key by the same sample and hold. So they stay in sync. Like when it's a C up here, it stays a C major down here. What I'd like to do is kind of have that snare like change where it, like where an LFO shape begins. This is what it sounds like. Here's without the drums in. So if you can hear, the kick is still triggering that bass, and then the snare is still triggering the change in the top notes. But then instead of actually having to go like just 1 hit per each, I have a clock generator that's synced to the host. I'll play with the clock divider so you can see. So anyway, you should remember something from the intro that sounds vaguely like that with my cat stuffing his face in my shoe. Hope you're having a good day. I had a really fun time doing all this shit, and I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's eat this other godforsaken fucking habanero pepper. Thanks, John. Anyway, best regards from the Noise Castle. I'm Scott. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh god, that one headed straight for my fucking eustachian tubes. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Share it, or I don't know, just call an ambulance or something.